As a partner.
It seems like women are always the ones that always settle, right? Men, you see the most dusty, raggedy somebody's son that is a straight up weak 5, right? Hairline all the way back here, unemployed, bad attitude, bad body, black toenails, attitude.
Oh my God, girl.
Like,
What girl?
Damn, Claudia.
better days, I mean, I ain't talking about no one specific. Better days are behind them. And they be trying to holler at me, right? Talk about my friends, right? You got a friend for me and she better be a dime. She better be able to cook and this and this and that. And the list is so long. And then I meet my amazing friends that check all the boxes, say, I want a good guy that treats me nice.
All righty, now tonight's topic will focus on the importance of never settling as a Black woman. All right, now we got to keep it real, because sometimes settling is calming and relaxing to the spirit, but not settling involves work. It involves tenacity, it involves inner work, and so much more. According to bossmag.com, the key points of not settling requires accountability, setting standards, and fueling your mind and body. Now, ladies, why is it important not to settle as a Black woman? I know this is easy, but Claudia, since nobody never gets to go to you first, tell me why it is so important for Black women to not settle.
Because we have it the hardest out of everybody. We have double minority status and usually do twice the work, half the pay, half the respect. So damn it, we deserve to not have to settle. And I know it seems like it's like easier sometimes, like, well, you know, statistics always tell us only 35% of women, Black women will get married and mostly going to be single. And after a certain age, it's a wrap. So we kind of sit there and say, well, I'll share or I'll compromise on this, or maybe he's not all I want, but he's better than nothing, or a piece of a man is better than no man. Hell to the no. Absolutely the F not. And sometimes it's hard when someone's like pretty good, but there's some things that really don't sit well with your spirit. And we try to sometimes force a square peg into a round hole, and you find yourself frustrated because you're like, oh, because you're settling. And when you feel that feeling where it's like, damn it, something is still not sitting right.
Nah, that's the realization that you have a man you don't want, but you know deep down the man you wanted didn't want you. So you look at him and blame him for not being the man that you wanted him to be, that you chose, by the way, instead of looking within at yourself to figure out why you're not the woman you needed to be to attract the man that you wanted. A lot of people, women and men, are trying to make things work with people they are not compatible with. And the reason why the rates are so low for modern Black women versus other races of women in America is because the attitude, the behavior, the mindset of most Black women today isn't compatible with any man. Not just Black men, but every man. Most men all over the world, no matter the age, race, nationality, religion, most men everywhere adhere to more traditional values, especially outside of the US. It's very simple. They want the basics in a woman: respect, cooperation, and overall pleasant experience. Unfortunately though, Black women have been trained by other Black women to be the opposite and rebel against displaying these basic core attributes. So no, you can't fit a square into a circle or a circle into a square, and that's why it's so hard for Black women to connect with any man. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump back into it.
You have to walk away, as hard as it is, and have faith that when you do that, the thing that you like, we're not going to settle for, will come into your life. And it usually does when you're not expecting it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Where's my microphone to drop?
Okay, that's big facts, Miss Claudia. Now, Miss Vivica, what are your thoughts on settling?
I concur with Claudia 100%. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend who just spoke, I told her that we had a nice little talk. And you and I.
Yeah.
That I told you, you never keep smiling until God sends you your king. Don't settle. And I feel that way to tell that to other ladies.
Yeah, basically Vivica and Claudia, they're going to just keep lying to women, telling women that they're queens, they're great, nothing is wrong with them, and somehow God is going to send a righteous man to an unrighteous, wicked woman. You have to be honest with yourself. Make those changes.
Because, we go through stuff we ain't got no reason going through.
Now, that part right there is true. Most of the stuff that these women complain about going through is a result of their own bad decisions.
Because we but I'm this, but I'm that. And doesn't he see how much I care? And blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. When you learn as a woman that as much as you give, you deserve to get back, if not more.
You see how they want to be superior to men? But let's be honest, Vivica, most modern women offer nothing. The things they believe make them this and that are non-factors to the men they want. The things she's telling you about herself, yeah, it may impress another woman, but is she looking to be with a woman? I don't think so, Vivica. She's not trying to be with you. So those things about her that you think make her this great queen, those attributes mean little to nothing to men.
Today, it's incredible to me that a friend of mine on her page, I was just scrolling through some of her posts, and that speech by, what was Trevor Noah, the comedian before he retired?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he says, if you want to learn something, everything I learned it from a Black woman. If you want to find out about who's going to be the strongest, if stuff gets crazy and when it gets crazy, it's going to be a Black woman. And that speech that he gave when he was retiring from his show brought tears to my eyes, because we forget how special we are. We forget our power and how much we hold things together for our families and finally for each other. Don't settle. You don't have to. If someone don't get you, to hell with them. And I mean that.
Really nice speech, but let's get back to reality. Black women are not holding families together. Instead, they are destroying families, destroying the community with their misandry, their feminist mindset, their attitudes, their bad behavior, and bad decisions. Now, I'm not saying that all men are perfect, but what I am saying is that a lot of these women, they are delusional. They really believe that their degrees, their superficial accomplishments, that somehow really put them at a higher level than other women who they think are not at their level. When in reality, they still get the same results as the women who they think they're not on the level of, because when you rip away all of that, underneath, they're still the same woman. They have the same bad qualities, the same bad behavior and decision making and results that lowered their value, and they refuse to do anything that will increase their value.
I don't think anybody should settle, because it's going to do one or two things. It's going to hinder you or make you feel like you are stuck in a place in which you're going to get, you're going to harden and be bitter, and you're not going to feel good or loved. It's just a little while that you'll try to make sense of what decision you made before you realize, hey, I'm just really not happy. What is good for me is keeping the foundation of any relationship, and that's the friendship. That is what makes you like each other and respect each other. I'd rather curve the relationship towards that as I see it's going sour, so I can then say, hey, it's cool. You can't be this, but we can remain this. It's all good. You'll still have each other and each other's lives at some point, but not just at that point.
Translation, she's going to keep you in the friend zone. Make sure you stick around so that she can use you to her benefit at some point whenever she feels like it. If you don't want him, let it go. Don't just lead people on and use them.
And that level, and you got to respect it. I just need to be happy all the way around. And I'm a tough cookie. I can, take it, you know what I mean? And say, oh, well, I can just let this fizzle on out because I've been gone a long time ago. So when he get the clue, then he'll come around, I can do that very well. But if it doesn't serve me, then I know eventually I'm not going to serve it or serve him well either. So you might as well cut it off right in the beginning.
Lisa Ray just low-key revealed one of the reasons why modern women are not compatible with men. That mindset right there. And they love to bring up conditional femininity or fake femininity or come in with these chameleon talking points. But the truth is, it's really not in them in the first place. It's not a part of their DNA. They weren't raised to be that way. And they don't want to be that way. They want to be queen boss chicks. So that's what you get from them.
It seems like women are always the ones that always settle, right? Men, you see the most dusty, raggedy somebody's son that is a straight up week 5, right? Hairline all the way back here, unemployed, bad attitude, bad body, black toenails, attitude.
Oh my God, girl.
Like,
What girl?
Damn,
better
Claudia.
days, I mean, I ain't talking about no one specific. Better days are behind them. And they be trying to holler at me, right? Talk about my friends, right? You got a friend for me and she better be a dime. She better be able to cook and this and this and that. And the list is so long. And then I meet my amazing friends that check all the boxes, say, I want a good guy that treats me nice. And I'm like, I wish women had the audacity and the confidence of some of these 5s that be stepping to me and the demands that they have. And women, I just feel like and I think it's because we're programmed, because we constantly hear, oh, the statistics and the ratio, you better just, just settle for this or a man's going to be a man. Hell no. What if we said that?
Well, I think just to piggyback off what you were saying, Claudia, because of back in the day, we had to settle.
Yeah.
A lot of women they do it because they feel like it's easier.
It's easy. They will choose a man that they know is not good quality, not good for them, because they know he won't expect anything out of them. If she made the decision to only deal with a quality man, then that will require her to be at a certain standard that she's too lazy to be at or simply don't want to do it. And Claudia can stop with the narrative that men are picky. Men are only asking women for the basics. But we've seen women over the years on Steve Harvey, Ricky Lake, giving out a laundry list of requirements when most of the time they are not qualified for the men they want, or the list is just so ridiculous that sort of man doesn't exist. At the end of the day, you have a bunch of women running around here talking about settling instead of being honest and accepting that they are getting certain results and options based on their own qualities. The problem though with seeing it that way is that it will also require them to do something about themselves if they want better results. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below. Special thank you to our sister Keita G. I appreciate you, Keita, for all of your support, as well as our brothers Dark Power and Mike. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.